At first I was just annoyed, but now I'm angry because the main character of Last to Leave the Room is stupid. They're stupid. That she's supposed to be this like world-renowned scientist that like has like a amazing career and is like driven and all of this stuff, and she keeps making the stupidest decisions. Like, I understand that her sense of reality is being played with, but like in a way that like she's making decisions that don't logically make sense for her sense of survival. And like, I don't understand why there's only 45 minutes left of the audiobook and there's so many unanswered questions. The end of this book is bad. I'm gonna be really mad because this book sucked getting into. Hi. Hi. Hi, sweet kitty. You're so cute. I love you. Okay, wish me fucking luck. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I have returned to report that the end of the book was fine. What can you do? Not everything can be a 5-star. But this one kind of sucked.
Funny, you're the one with the camera too.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm reading We Hunt the Flame. The enemies to lovers' tension is hitting, and it's so good. I'm gonna read you these lines. I'm not gonna tell you who it is, but will there ever come a time when you won't see me as a monster? He asked suddenly. Monsters cannot become men, she whispered instead, and the darkness hummed its agreement. He exhaled through parted lips. Of course, that was selfish of me. That does not mean I cannot love a monster. Stop it. Get out of here. Leave. Stop. I'm reading. I'm almost done with We Free the Stars, the second book in the duology of We Hunt the Flame and We Free the Stars. Almost done. I literally am in love. This is a new favorite series. I thought they weren't gonna do the there's only one bed trope because they didn't do it at the first inn. But then, like, 30 pages later, they got me and they shared a bed, and I was like, yeah, that's the stuff. Okay, we are literally 100 pages from the end of this entire series. And she has our two main characters in this sexual tension battle on, like, a long, solitary journey. And it's so good, even though they're supposed to be, like, traveling to save the world, and the whole travel is just this tension-filled teasing banter, and it's so Hafsa Faisal, you know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing, and I am on board. Oh, I'm so emo. Cow. Strange, isn't it? Said Nazir, who was never one for contemplation. How the darkness brought us together, and the light will let us fall apart. We're not falling apart. Now we make sure that light doesn't go out forever together. Fuck! I finished, and now the emptiness returns. Hi vlog. I just came here to just do a big old reading update because I have been needing to. I don't have any of the books next to me that I read, but that's fine. 5 billion gajillion stars. I'm sure you can tell by now. We Hunt the Flame and We Free the Stars. A fantasy duology set in an Arabian-inspired world. And there's magic, there's enemies to lovers, and there's just so many good things about it. I haven't loved a fantasy series like this in so long. Like, I really like, I'm so surprised because most fantasy series that I read nowadays are for. I just have been in the genre for a billion gajillion years, and I kind of know how it goes. There's not much about the genre that surprises me, but We Hunt the Flame and Refree the Stars really surprised me. They really took my breath away at moments. They had me giggling at moments, and like the roller coaster of emotions that it evoked within me is like a fantasy joy that I've not had in a really long time, and I am super happy with that, especially because they were just like they were an impulse buy. I just saw on Pango and I was like click click, and I suddenly had them in my hands and was reading them, and it was meant to be because those were so good. And looking to probably be some of the top books that I've read this year. For my enemies to lovers readers out there, these are amazing. I loved it. Next, I finished We Spread by Ian Reid. This is my first Ian Reid that I've ever read, and I'm kind of disappointed that it is because I had to go online and Google like ending explanation. I always feel like that's very telling of a book when you have to go and have the ending explained to you, and like in a negative way because like I think the ending fell so flat. I think there was such a great build up and anticipation, and Ian Reid's writing was so entrancing even though the actual events were few and far between, and he really, the way he wrote really felt like he was stretching out time, and it was super interesting. But then the book just suddenly ends, and I feel like it needed like 3 or 4 more like real chapters, or like it just needed like 3 or 4 more questions answered. Like, I know that's kind of Ian Reid's thing, is to like leave the mystery and stuff like that, but there is an imbalance of questions answered to questions unanswered, and I think this book leaves you with more questions unanswered than is, I guess, okay, but like I'm not the definer of like how many questions you can leave unanswered at the end of the book. To me, it felt like he just left a couple really key details that would have really brought the whole thing together. But because he left out those key details, it's like a puzzle missing like 10 pieces. And yeah, it's like the full picture, but it's not as satisfying as if you had those 10 puzzle pieces in and you had the full picture. And I like was bummed because everybody online was like, I was reading online and they were saying, especially like on Reddit, everybody was saying like, ah man, like it just doesn't, like, it's not up to par to what I'm thinking of Ending Things and Poe are, which are Ian Reid's other 2 books. And like the ending is just so unsatisfying, and I was like, okay, maybe this was the wrong one to start with. So I think I'm gonna pick up another one of Ian Reid's, see if I enjoy that a little better. I wanted to like this, like it was on its way to being like a 4.5, but I think I'm only gonna give it a 3, just because like I'm an ending person, so when the ending falls flat, like it really can't get more than a 3, because like to me that's one of the most important parts of the story, is the ending. And if you mess that up, that's the impression of your book that I'm left with. So not that I thought the way that things ended made sense, but I think that he ended things before he answered like 3 more questions. I just have questions. How did she paint the mural like on her ceiling, and like why did Jack leave? I don't know. I wanted to know. I feel like my thoughts about the book are incomplete because he left out these details. And I picked up the Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes because I've heard such opposing things about this series, but like I love games. Like I love a book with a competition. Any book with a competition. That's my jam. But those are some of my favorite books, are like the ones with the competitions in them. And so I've been wanting to pick it up. So we're going to see which side of the divide that I fall on. It's not bad so far. I'm like 100 pages into it, and it's pretty good. It's like okay so far. Like nothing's happened really so far, so I can't really tell yet. And then I'm also reading for my book club. I'm reading 2 books. I have for this month I have Bacchae, but the Anne Carson version, which is a Greek play written by Euripides, but this is the Anne Carson version because she's a queen. I have yet to get to that, but I really need to. And then we're also for next month reading Mapping My Return by Salman Abu Sitta. It's a Palestinian memoir of a man who was about like 12 during the Nakba and his process of returning home to Palestine. I'm very, very, very excited to get into that, even though that one's a choker. Looking forward to it. That's my reading update. Hello vlog, and welcome to Bunny-a-thon. Yes, I've never read Bunny, and Brooklyn's Library, and Books with Tofu Kado are running a readathon, and so I thought I would finally hop in and pick this up, and I'm super excited about it. They also did, you know, a bunch of other fun things. I kind of have a busy month, so I didn't have any time to do anything other than participate in reading Bunny, but you know, join the Discord and everything. I've already had a great time. I am happy to report. So let's get into this, shall we? There are so many theories that are floating around my head already about this. I've never read Mona Awad before, so like I just don't know how weird it's gonna get. And everybody in the Discord said that it doesn't get weird until part 2, but also things are already weird. I'm not normally like a gore reader, but this is kind of fun. It's kind of goofy, silly Jennifer's Body vibes, if you get what I mean. It's interesting. Okay, kitty. I'm gonna squeeze in and you're gonna stay right there so we can get a good shot, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, don't hate me. I'm sorry, don't hate me. And don't leave me. Don't hate me, don't leave me, don't hate me, don't leave me, don't hate me, don't leave me. Bunny. Oh, Bunny. So good. So good. I loved it. I thought it was so interesting and gory in the funnest way. And it didn't do that thing that ambiguous endings do a lot of the time where they don't answer like any of your questions. They answer a lot of your questions but leave the most speculative parts of it unanswered so that it really creates this ending that gets you thinking without you feeling like you are left without facts or without key information still by the end of the book. And I really appreciate that because I think that's really hard to do with ambiguous endings. That's why they're not really my favorite. So I'm really happy that I enjoyed this one. The writing was so fun. I really thought it was just fun. Oh, it talked so well about rich people and their disconnect from society. Rich people can afford to not be connected to reality. It's like, oh, all these rich people can be delusional, but the second a poor person becomes delusional, suddenly everybody is all up in their shit. So poor people aren't allowed to have hobbies or be a little crazy sometimes. And I just thought that the conversation about that was so interesting. And also, all of the girls in the Bunny-a-thon Discord were so fun to talk to, chat, and speculate with, and it was just like such a joy. I've never participated in a readathon or anything like that, so it was super, super, super fun. I'm glad this book brought so many girlies together because it filled my heart, made me feel like a bunny in the best way possible. 4.5 stars. You should read this book because it's really fun. Especially if you're a woman. It's just got girl vibes, you know. Wow, I can't believe you let me lay next to you while I did this. I didn't think you were gonna do it. Let's see if there's any shocking endings to this. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew that lady was sus.